Hi guys, welcome to a new video of my lean bulking series. In that video I would like to tell you a little bit about the things that I do, that I make sure I stay relatively lean in my lean bulk. So one thing that really helps me is keeping the same diet as I have in my previous cut. So a lot of veggies, a lot of fiber, a lot of fruits, and also eating a lot of food that is unprocessed and also is micronutrient dense food. So for example, not things like baked potatoes, but things like cooked potatoes, so where really the ingredients that the nutrients that the potato has, so I cook them as they can stay in there as much as possible. Sure, vitamins or stuff like that. Vitamin C probably gets a little bit out, but yeah, you can't avoid that fully, but you can do some tricks like low heat cooking or quickly frozen it or cool it down after cooking it. That avoids losing those nutrients. Plus, I also can control myself a little bit better, because if I eat stuff that fools me, yeah, I'm much faster saturated, and so therefore I don't eat, I don't know, in 20 minutes 5 cupcakes or something, because if I eat an oatmeal, I'm full after the oatmeal and I don't want to eat even more, so that's pretty good. And also I try to eat at night every day a salad or vegetables, because yeah, they are low in carbs and I don't sleep well with a lot of carbs before going to bed. I think there's everyone a little bit different, but I have mainly in the morning my carbs and at night low carb, but that's just personal preference. I don't do it because I believe yeah, you should cut out carbs at night to lose weight, because you only lose weight if you cut down your calories. And yeah, so therefore that's just my personal preference. And yeah, another thing that I do every day is I watch my steps. So I try to make around 8 or 10,000 steps a day, because it really plays a huge role in burning calories. A few extra steps, a few hundred extra steps, can really burn a lot of calories. And yeah, so non-exercise activity thermogenesis plays a huge role in that department, and yeah, that's therefore I try to use it as much as possible to have an extra 300-400 calories per day. Also, my work helps a lot, because I'm currently a waiter and therefore I have to go a lot of steps, and so if there isn't any lockdown, I really prefer it that way, because otherwise I have to make a lot of walks, and it's cool if you can combine making steps plus you do your work. That's pretty cool. Another thing that I do daily is counting calories, because without counting calories I don't have an overview of how much I did consume in a day, and I really like to have that overview of my diet. And I really, yeah, it sounds funny, but I like counting calories, because yeah, it gives me the, yeah, like I said, the overview, and it really it really helps me with having everything in control. And I try to have a weekly balance of about 2,800 calories. I try to hit that. So one day if I eat out at night, I probably have over 3,000, but then the next day I eat like 2,300 calories, and so it balances a lot. But I think it's more important that the weekly calories should be the same, and not so much the daily calories. That is not so important. But definitely the hardest thing of a lean bulk is making sure you actually gain weight or strength, like I said, because yeah, you only can control your training. You have your weights there, and you can increase weights if you're able to, then great, but you're not 100% sure if you actually gain muscle, because yeah, with the home training, for me it's pretty hard to increase weight because I only have my resistant bands and my backpack, and I really have to play a lot with reps and sets, so making more sets. And I try to increase the reps only to about 15, because after that it's more like cardio training. And yeah, because of that I really hope that the gyms reopen in March here in Italy again, because yeah, it's pretty hard to make sure that I gain muscle. But yeah, I really try to look at the scale, and if I gain weight too fast, I cut my calories back for a few days. And if I realize that I'm losing weight, I try to increase my calories up to a point where my strength also increases, and yeah, my energy increases, because I realize it all the time if I'm in a little deficit, because I feel weak, especially if I do some work or stuff where I need my strength. I really realize that if I'm in a deficit or not. And also the pump is weaker if you're in a deficit. That's another point. Plus the sex drive. That's another huge factor, but you don't feel it that much if it's only for a few days. And it also has a lot to do with how much calories comes from your fat intake. So with these things I really avoid making the mistakes I did in the past when trying to bulk clean, because in the past I really ate a different diet, and yeah, then no saturation at all, a lot of sugar. My skin got pretty work, as you saw in my honest transformation video. I developed acne. This time you see it's only here a few spots, I don't know if it's that side or the other. And yeah, I really feel much better, because if I bulk dirty I'm always tired, and everything feels so harder if you weight so much more, and also the pull-ups are pretty heavy too. I think the well-being in total is so much better if you bulk clean, and I really can recommend you doing also a lean bulk, because also the cut is so much easier afterwards, because otherwise you have to make a 6-month cut, and that's pretty hard, and it's so much easier if you maintain that body percentage where you feel comfortable, let's say. And yeah, that's pretty much it with the video. I hope these tips helped you a little bit to understand how I'm doing my lean bulk, and maybe you have some tips for me, because yeah, I still struggle with my lean bulk. It's not so easy for me, I still have a lot to learn, and I would really like if I would receive some feedback or some tips how I could make things better. Feel free to leave it down in the comments down below, and I think we will see us in the next few episodes. Vielen Dank.